All right, problem number 2. So write the equation that represents the line shown. I mean, spoiler, the answer's right here, but don't just like pause and write it down because you're gonna have to know it on the test, and I can't, help you cheat on the test. Not that I'm helping you cheat on homework. All right, let's look at the graph. So the first thing we're gonna do is what? She wants it in y equals mx plus b, so y equals something x. And then what's the y-intercept? Where does it intercept the y-axis? Here we go. It's a positive 1. So it's y equals something x plus 1. Now let's look at the graph and see what's the slope of this line. So to get to the next point, we're going to go, let's see, well, how do we get here for a start? That's what I would do, is I would start, where's the last one? To get here from the last one, because to get to the next one, you have to go off the graph, right? That's why I go back one. So this one went, because this is the last point, -7, -1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, up 7, 8, and then over 1, right? 8 over 1 is 8, ultimately, so we have 8x plus 1. And that's the answer to that. And that's so easy that it's not really even worth belaboring. Unless it's difficult for you, in which case that's totally fine and you are normal. All right, so the next part of this problem. Use the properties of equality to change it. And it's the same thing as last time. So take a look at this. Remember that she wants it in ax plus by equals c, where currently this is c, this is ax, and this is by, remember. In this last case, b was 1. I mean, you already know that. So this is easy. You just change it around. You just put everything on one side. So the best way to do this, minus 8x minus 8x. So now we have negative 8x plus y equals 1. But oh, what? She wants it all, well, she wants this to be positive. So best way to do that, pretty easy. You just times the whole, well, maybe this is better practice to show you, times the whole thing by -1. Or you just flip the sign, but the result is the same. So you're going to get 8x minus y equals -1. But, oh, you're not sure. Well, of course you're not sure. Nobody's confident early on, so we just plot a couple points, and we make sure that we have the right answer. Okay, boom, boom, boom. We'll do 0 and 1, 0 and 1, because it really doesn't matter. And you're as good as the others. So we should be able to plug 0 in for x here and get the same response for y as we get with the original. So let's try that. So 8 times 0 is what? 0. Okay, minus y equals -1. So negative y equals -1. I mean, obviously that's going to be what? Y equals 1, right? Okay, so 0, 1. That's going to be our first solution. Does it work in the original? Y equals 8x plus 1. So let's see. We're going to take away 8x because we remember x is 0. So this whole thing is gone. Positive 1. Y equals 1. And yes, that is exactly the same. We'll do the second one just for, funsies. But yeah, so we've got, if x is 1, is y equals 8 plus 1, so y equals 9. And if we use this format that we found, sorry, it's kind of hard to navigate this. 8, so that's going to be 8 minus y equals -1. So that's going to be 8 minus y equals -1. So we're going to do minus 8 over here, minus 8 over here. So we're going to get y equals -9, negative y. So if we have negative y equals -9, what does that give us? Y equals, as long as you change both the signs, you're fine. That's the thing, you can never change one sign and not the other, but you can totally change them both. It doesn't change the meaning. It's the opposite of y is the opposite of 9, which means that y equals 9. So that's how you know that you did that correctly. Or I mean, I did that correctly, unless you did it already. So yeah, okay. That is problem number 2.